Okay, so here is the litter box enclosure. I'm really, really pleased with this, like more so than I thought I would be. um, for a piece of MDF furniture, I think it looks really, really nice and clean. I am someone who I avoid MDF furniture like the plague, but considering the fact that it's to hide a litter box and to not look atrocious, it serves its function honestly better than, you know, one might expect it to. Um, the piece looks really nice. Um, I know some folks mentioned that their doors were crooked. I'm not sure how that happened. The only suggestion that I could make is that perhaps the pegs that attach it to the piece, um, this one down here, especially, you have to kind of shove so that it's flush with the wood. Maybe that's the problem. I will say you will absolutely need a power drill, or you could maybe even use an impact driver to finish this project. The parts where it attaches here and here, and then this piece as well, where it attaches to the base, the pre-drilled holes that come in this are just a little bit too small, and if you try to turn the screws that come with this into the wood as is, you will splinter the wood. So you're definitely going to want to use a power drill to make the holes a little larger before you start that. I just used, I believe it was a 1/4-inch size drill bit. But in any case, it's an easy fix. Other than that, it took me at most an hour. I believe it was less than an hour, but at most an hour to put this together. And the results are really nice, I think. So here's what the inside looks like. The magnetized doors are a nice touch, for sure. The setup that we have, this litter box is a medium-sized, high-sided box from Frisco, from the Chewy website. As you can see, again, this is a size medium, and there's plenty of room here for her to hop out. And there's also, it doesn't seem cramped. That's one of the things that I was trying to avoid, because although I don't like looking at a litter box, behaviorally, it's not very good for a cat to get an actual enclosed litter box, like the types with a hood on them. They tend to not like that. It tends to stress them out. And while I don't want to look at a litter box all day, I also don't want to stress my cat out. But in any case, I've just put a little gel freshener there. Honestly, whenever this thing is closed, it does a good job of, containing any smell. It certainly does a good job of hiding the litter box. As you can see, I've taken out the placemat that came with this, because my cat did have an accident within her first few days of using it, which honestly was pretty predictable. But otherwise, she's had no problem acclimating to it. She had the one accident, and that's been it. It hasn't seemed to stress her out. The first couple of days that I had it in the house, I had the doors open like so that she could enter it from either side. I would definitely recommend that. Eventually, she kind of figured it out, but I left these doors open. And then after the second day, I closed one of them. And then after I physically saw her come around this back part is when I started closing the doors. It's been a pretty stress-free process for us, which if you've ever had a cat, you will know it's not always the case. I've also, as a note, I've lined the enclosure with just cabinet liners. Whenever I take the litter box out to clean it, it's very easy to just kind of sweep that out, which is nice. And if she does have another accident, obviously it's a cheap and easy thing to replace it. I would rather replace a liner than urine start getting soaked into the wood. but as you can see, she likes it. Oddly, she really likes this cubbyhole. She kind of tends to just sit there and hang out in it. So I would say that this is a really good piece. I would recommend it, especially for the price. I was kind of surprised at the quality of this compared to the price. So if you're thinking about getting it, get it. I spent probably 4 to 5 months looking for something like this that looked nice, that functioned well, and wasn't entirely cost prohibitive. And this was definitely a good pick.
I think someone is doing his business. Good boy.
Lysol is on there, or the Clorox is on there for size. You can see kitty litter in there. Open it up. We've had it for a couple days. There's already been pee, and you can see the damage. And then if you go back, you see the litter is back there as well. And yeah, would not recommend.
I'm done. Yay, she's got her own bathroom.
She's actually going to show you how to use it.